everyone, welcome to Storytime with Fairfield County Library. My name is Miss Nina and I am so excited for Storytime today. Before we get started, I want to remind you that we are doing hybrid Storytimes, which means on top of our Storytimes online here, we are also doing in-person Storytimes at the library. The in-person version of these Storytimes for the kids age group are at 4 p.m. on Wednesdays. Okay, now that that's out of the way, are you guys ready for Storytime? This week's theme is birds. This week we are going to read some books all about all kinds of feathered friends. All right, our first book is Numenia and the Hurricane, inspired by a true migration story by Fiona Holiday and published by Page Street Kids. Three Sisters Born by Arctic Shore on bare cold rock as spring winds roar. Bandit-eyed they slip unseen through beckoning moors of tangled green, hunting bugs in thawing creeks, spearing gobbling growing beaks. 5 weeks old, they've reached the sky. Curly, curly, coo, they cry. Suddenly it's equinox. Autumn calls its feathered flocks. Thousands gather on the moor, babbling, jostling, but unsure. Till wise old geese shows them the way, surging out of Hudson Bay. 3 sisters rise and seek the height, guided by the North Star's light. But from the skies a great stampede, 10,000 hissing raindrops freed. One ripped away, she claws the air, blinded by the lightning glare. Down she swoops, her feathers flail, a tiny peep, a screeching wail. Escape, escape, the awful shriek. Faltering, she's wet and weak. Askew upon a window sill, a drooping ghost with trembling bill. A moon face in, a glowing pane, fingers reaching through the rain. In restless dreams, she's one of 3, 3 sisters in a tangled tree. She lifts her eyes, she longs for flight, surging into dawn's red light. On stronger wing she battles on, searching, seeking, she is drawn. With storm-tossed birds like ragged ghosts, She hugs the lines of battered coasts. She's half the weight she was before, a clutch of hope and nothing more. But from the sigh of distant waves, echo sweet and haunting staves, curly, curly, curlew, they ring. Through sundered skies their feathers sing. In crumpled rainbows, spindrift spun, she's molten gold in sinking sun. Wild trees wade, the foaming tide, egrets hiss, fish glint and glide. Around her roots, snatch, entrap, paw her, claw her, croak and flap. Then, weary-winged, she sinks her toes in rippling warmth, its home she knows, and cloaked in dancing fireflies, singing softly, two shapes rise. Here, where moon and shadows meet, three joyful sisters softly greet, and so their bond is forged anew. Curly, curly, curlew. And here's some information on the story that inspired the book. That was Numenia and the Hurricane. What did you guys think? All right, our next book is Birds of a Feather, Bowerbirds and Me by Sunsan L Roth, published by Neal Porter Books. The differences between a bowerbird and me are fewer than you might expect. We are both collectors of unusual, often unrelated stuff. That we use in unusual ways to create different and unexpected compositions in rather small, defined spaces. Our serious purpose is to have the results be as beautiful as we can make them. Mine to tell a story, his to attract a mate. We never make any two of our compositions the same. And even though our tools are not identical, they can easily be compared. His beak operates like tweezers, and his feet are like my hands. Even though they aren't the same, we expect them to do the same tricks. We each try to give our delicate compositions some solidity. Where do we get our ideas? We get them from the spaces we choose for our compositions, from our chosen materials, and from the world around us. We both like unusual objects of manageable size. We try to be original in our sometimes ridiculous arrangement of things that most people and most birds would never in a million years dream of putting together. We love colors that we try to use bravely, and we both are dependent upon nature and on manufactured junk for our art supplies. As with all artists, we both seek praise. And we both hope that our finished works are much greater than the sum of their parts. And here's some facts about bowerbirds, how they do work, how the artist does work, and how they are the same. And there's a picture of a bowerbird. All right, that was Birds of a Feather, Bowerbirds and Me. What do you guys think? Do you like to do collage art? What do you think about it? All right, everyone, thank you for coming to Storytime. Now, just because we're done reading does not mean that we have to be done with Storytime. If you come down to the library this week, you can pick up a Storytime kit, which are these fun-filled activity kits that go with the books we read today. Each kit comes with a coloring sheet, a craft, and a tasty recipe that you can make with your grown-ups. This week, our craft is this peacock. So shiny. I think I did a good job. To get a kit, you need to come to the Fairfield County Library and look for some crates in the children's section. Now we have 2 crates, one for the Monday story times and one for the Wednesdays. So you want to make sure to grab the right kits or you could end up with something completely different. The kits for this story time are in the children's crate. They are the blue ones. We have new kits every week, so make sure to check back in every time we do a new story time. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me for story time. Once again, my name is Miss Nina, and I hope to see you in the library this week to pick up Storytime Kit. It's time to say goodbye, but I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye!